طوبى لمن وجد في صفيحته استغفارا كثيرا. Yes, it is good indeed. It is good to the person that when it comes to the day of judgment, so the istighfar, the forgiveness of Allah will fill up his book. So at least try to be part of those that will keep asking Almighty Allah's forgiveness in almost all the time. So this is the sunnah of our Holy Prophet. Whatever you are doing, irrespective of the situation, please be able to remember Almighty Allah. This is the rightful teaching of our Holy Prophet. Then, وَيَخْرُجُ كَثِيرًا إِلَى بَسَاتِينَ أَصْحَابِهِ فَيَأْكُلَ مِنْهَا تَطَيِّبًا لِقُلُوبِهِمْ. As we said last week or last meeting, our Holy Prophet used to interact with his companions always, and he used to smile at their faces. By doing so, you will expect that our Holy Prophet used to love you much more compared to the other one. The same thing that the other one will expect, due to the fact that he used to give them equal treatments. Now, how are you doing? Like, you will just prioritize one of your friends due to the fact that he must have something like beneficial to you much compared to the other person. This is not the rightful act. This is your friend. This is your friend. This is your friend. At least try to give them equal treatments. Try to treat them in terms of Sharia. Give them equal treatment in terms of Sharia. You shouldn't prioritize one over the other. This is it. Well, the one that you need to prioritize over is what? Is the one that used to stick to bind to the way of Allah exactly. You too, you are two of my colleagues, friends. But you used to be what? Always, all the time in the masjid. But you don't used to be what? All the time in the masjid. Actually, I should avoid you. You are no longer my rightful friend. That's what Almighty Allah mentioned in the Holy Quran. At least you need to have what? The friend that will accompany you towards the what? To the way of Almighty Allah, the path of Almighty Allah. So at least by doing that, you will be able to be free in the day of judgment. So this is the rightful one. Say this one is doing good in his Islam, at least he is your best friend. This is no longer doing your good in Islam, so at least it's no longer a good friend to you. At least be able to avoid him. That's what Almighty Allah mentioned in the Holy Quran, Surah Al-Furqan. So at least be able to have good friendship. And Almighty Allah, our Holy Prophet, also mentioned it in Hadith. Out of which our Holy Prophet mentioned that وَرَجُلَانِ تَحَبَّا فِي اللَّهِ اجْتَمَعَا عَلَيْهِ وَتَفَارَقَا عَلَيْهِ. At least you need to have your relationship for the sake of Almighty Allah. Always when it comes to going to the masjid, my friend, let's go to the masjid. My friend, today is Tasu'a. Please let us pray for the let us have a sawm in this day. My friend, please let us do tunafila. My friend, please let's give out this charity of only 1 rupee. Please, my friend, be able to do that. This is the rightful friendship. Besides that, there is nothing like friendship beside this. So our Holy Prophet used to walk out to do what? To the farms of his Sahaba. He used to go around the farms of his Sahaba. Whenever he set in his leg or his foot in one farm, he will take in the fruit of this farm, so he will test it, he will eat. Why is he doing so? They will feel at ease in their mind. Now our Holy Prophet visited my farm and he ate from my farm. How can you feel? You will feel very comfortable. So the same thing if you are a leader. A leader used to have equal treatment to his all his companions, all his followers. Try to give equal treatment to this person. Try to give equal treatment to this person. That's the rightful sunnah of our Holy Prophets. Then وَلَا يَحْقِرُ مِسْكِينًا وَلَا يَحَابُ مَلِكًا يَدْعُو هَذَا وَهَذَا إِلَى اللَّهِ دُعَاءً وَاحِدًا. Then he don't use to downgrade. He don't use to look down on on your masakin, miskin, the poor person. If you are a poor person, our Holy Prophet will give you the exact treatment that you need. Then, if you are the person that have some leadership, maybe you act of leadership. If you are a wealthy person, the Holy Prophet will give you equal treatments. This is it. You, the poor person, you, the wealthy person, you will have the same treatment from our Holy Prophets. Then, if it is come down to to the calling towards Almighty Allah's path, he will give you equal. What's happened to the group of Quraysh during the time that they came down to the Holy Prophet? They asked that, hey, see Holy Prophet. Now we are no longer saying this, your deen is no longer, but the problem with this deen is, how can we be managing our time with these poor people? They just show down what? The Sahaba. They call them those poor people. Look at them, very poor. How can we be merging the same soul with them? How can we do that? Then Almighty Allah mentioned it. وَلَا تُؤْمِنِ الَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ رَبَّهُم بِالْغَدَاةِ وَالْعَشِيِّ يُرِيدُونَ وَجْهَهُ. No, you shouldn't do that. They are the rightful companion, the right companion of you, Holy Prophet. So they are the one with you. They are those that are claiming that they should have their own day for what? Praying, maybe for worshiping Almighty Allah. Just abandon them. They are no longer true believers. They are no longer true believers. Just abandon them. Go down with what? The one that they are ready to do it. So this is it. If you are a wealthy person, Holy Prophet will give you what? Your treatment. If you are a poor person, he will give you the same treatment and he will call you to the way of Allah exactly the same way. How are we doing now? If you are a leader, this is your secretary. This is your secretary again. If this one of your secretary just commits a particular problem or issue, what will happen? Just you will what? Forgive him. This one that is closer to you. But this poor person, the moment he acted towards anything problematic, what will happen? They will chase him away. They will set him into prison. This is not what is happening. This is not the rightful way. This is not the rightful teaching of our holy prophets. Then وَلَا يَشْتُمُ أَحَدًا وَلَا يُعِيبَ مَزْيًا قَطٌ إِنْ فَرَشُوا لَهُ اضْطَجَعَ وَإِلَّا جَلَسَ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ وَاضْطَجَعَ عَلَيْهَا. So again, our holy prophet don't used to abuse anyone. Last meeting we said وَلَا يَجِفُ عَلَى أَحَدٍ وَلَوْ فَعَلَ مَعَهُ مَا يُجِبُ الْجَفَاءِ. You don't used to curse someone, despite even if you deserve this cursing, he won't curse you. This is not the rightful act in Islam. You don't used to abuse someone. This is not the teaching of Islam. Sibabul Muslim fusuq wa qitaluhu kufr. You shouldn't say bad word to anyone. Whenever you said it, the day will come. وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَهُ. مَا لِهَذَا الْكِتَابِ لَا يُغَادِرُ صَغِيرَةً وَلَا كَبِيرَةً إِلَّا أَحْصَاهَا. No matter how small that is in your eye, you consider it as a very small in your eye, but it is a very big one. You will see it in the day of judgment. Please, no matter how small the bad word is, you shouldn't say it towards your friend. You shouldn't say it towards your brother. This is not the rightful teaching of our holy prophet. Then وَلَا يَشْتُمُ عَلَىٰ أَحَدٍ. He don't use to abuse anyone. This is not the rightful teaching of our holy prophet. Then وَلَا يَعِيبَ مَزْدِيًا قَطٌ. He don't use to just look down at any particular what can I say? Just something that you can spread for someone to sit. Just like a mat. This is your mat. You just bring this prayer mat to me. So no matter how good or that is it, our holy prophet will no longer will say anything but to it. He will just accept it and he will sit on it. Now just your white clothes, with your new clothes, just coming down to the masjid. This is a ground. You don't want to put your your forehead in the ground during sujood. You don't want your forehead to stand soil. You are just avoiding that. Who tell you that? That's the rightful way. We shouldn't do it this way. Just we are doing this for the sake of we don't have any alternative. But if there is a soil here, it is better for us to just put our forehead down to the soil beside this one. This is the rightful way. So, but no matter how good or bad this mat is it, if you bring it down to our holy prophet, he will accept it. And he will sit on it. And again, he will climb on it. This is the rightful way. He don't use to He don't use to look down on it. He don't use to say bad thing on it. Irrespective of the situation, no matter it is a good, no matter it is a bad, provided that it is a purified. We have the hadith of Mulaika, hadith of Anas bin Malik. He said just while the prophet visited our home, my grandmother's home, we just bring up one mat for him. This mat is very dirty. It has so many dust staining in it. But I just spread some water on it to avoid any non-purification situation. So I just spread water. So our holy prophet just stand on it and pray. So, but now if you just visit someone's house, he give you something like that is not as good as you're expecting. The carpet is no good. Just you won't sit down. You will start to feel that how will he just give me this dirty cloth? No, just collect it, use it. This is the rightful sunnah. If it is a good, collect it. If it's not good, collect it. Provided that it's a purified. It is in a state of purity. Just collect it and use it. That's the sunnah of our holy prophet. Then وَكَانَ لَعِينًا يعفو ويصفح. He's very like he's so lame. He's very good in his manners and characters. He used to forgive and he used to forget. Whenever you did bad towards him, he will just forget and forgive you at once. Are we doing the same? Whenever someone has something, just maybe he might not do it what with intention of doing that, but you will what? You will have him in your mind. You will start what? To think that yes, he did so and so to me. I must have my revenge. I must revenge. This is not the rightful way. This is not the rightful way. But at least you used to be able to forgive someone, forgive and forget. That's the teaching of our Holy Prophet. By doing that, you will attain the maximum level in the Jannah. By doing that, are we not expecting that? You that is doing that, how much problem, how much wrong did you do towards Almighty Allah? But Almighty Allah forget and forgive you. Today, while you passing by, how many ants, the small ants along the roadside that you just pass by, you pass on by it, just you put it down, you kill it without you knowing, maybe even you know it. Who asks you to just kill it down? Then Almighty Allah will account you for that. Will you pay for that? Just killing Almighty Allah's soul? This is the soul. Yes, very small ant. You are killing something like just ants. Just one fly. So at least you need to be able to be a forgetting and forgiving person. This is the rightful teaching of our Holy Prophets. Then يَبْدَعُ مَنْ لَقِيَهُ بِالسَّلَامِ. This is the rightful sunnah of our Holy Prophet. Whenever he's passing by, he met you along his way, he will just what? Make a salam to you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. That's the Holy Prophet sunnah. He is the one, look at him. He is the best among each and every creature. But he is the one that will start what? To say assalamu alaikum to you. Not even you to him. He is the first person that will start it with you. Assalamu alaikum. He will start by saying assalam towards you. Are we doing the same? At least whatever you are doing, whenever you came down to reach someone, be able to say assalamu alaikum to him. This is the haq of him. This is the right upon you. Assalamu alaikum. That's our Holy Prophet was mentioned in one hadith of Abdullah bin Umar. Said, Wallahi la tu'minu. Wallahi la tadkhulu jannata hatta tu'minu. Wa la tu'minu hatta tahabu. Then he said, Awala u'allimukum shay'an idha fa'altum tahabbtum. Then he said, Afsis salamu bainakum. Said, no one of you that will enter paradise except you love one another. You Muslims, you must love one another before you enter Jannah. Then our Holy Prophet mentioned that. Can I tell you something that will like spread more loveness? You will love your brothers must by doing it. They said, oh, our Holy Prophet tell us. He said, by just saying assalamu alaikum towards each other. Even if you have a grievances, you have some problem with this person. Along the way of passing, you said assalamu alaikum to him. At least he will feel like, yes, this person, we are no longer in this odd time with him. Due to what? You said assalamu alaikum, just assalamu alaikum to him. Irrespective of his situation, you said assalamu alaikum to him, he must answer you. Maybe he might answer while you are not hearing, but he must answer you. And he will feel like at ease. Now he's saying assalamu alaikum to me. Now we are no longer fighting. So at least be able to say assalamu alaikum towards each other. That's the rightful teaching of our Holy Prophet. So whenever he's passing by, so whenever he met you along the roadside, he will say assalamu alaikum first. Not only the bigger people. Even Anas bin Malik reported one hadith. While they are passing by our Holy Prophet, together with our Holy Prophet, he said, Marabi Sibyan Fasallama alayhi. Our Holy Prophet just passed by just small children. But he said assalamu alaikum to them. Whenever they can be able to understand that you are performing salam to them, you are saying salam towards them, and they know the act of salam, they will give it back to you. So at least just no matter how small they are, said assalamu alaikum to them. Assalamu alaikum. Even they are small. This is the sunnah of our Holy Prophet. Then when you sign him, then if he said assalamu alaikum to you, then he would what? He will shake with you. Our Holy Prophet will say, not your leader, not your whatever, not your president, our Holy Prophet. You will say assalamu alaikum first, and he will shake with you. Will give you his hand. He will shake. So this is the rightful sunnah. So at least be able to shake with your friends. This will add more loveness in your hearts. Will add you to love your brother more. Then, وَلَا يُعْرَفُ مَجْلِسُهُ مِنْ مَجَالِسِ أَصْحَابِهِ لأنه حيث انتهى به المجلس جلس. Now you as a leader, always if you come down into this masjid, this is your place. This is your place. This is your place. This is not the rightful teaching of our holy prophets. You don't have the standard place of sitting. This is mine. Always if I came, I must sit here. Nothing like that. Our holy prophet don't have that. No, never. لأنه حيث انتهى به المجلس جلس. Wherever he have what? The place, the space, just will sit there. You are expecting today he sit here, tomorrow he might be there. Next tomorrow he might be there. Wherever he has the space. At least you shouldn't be able to break someone. Just two people are sitting, you shouldn't cross them, you shouldn't what? Sit in between them. At least they need to permit you for doing that. So wherever he has the space, he see the space, at least he will what? He will sit there. Look at it now. Even if you are a big one or whatever, just you will have your seat. Definitely there is no one that will approach this seat. This is mine. Even if someone sits, the other will start to blame him. They will start to chase him away. To stand up, this is the place of so person. This is not the rightful way. This is not the sunnah of our holy prophets. Whenever you have this space, sit there. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قيل لكم تفصحوا في المجالس فافصحوا يفصح الله لكم وإذا قيل انشزوا فانشزوا يرفع الله الذين آمنوا منكم والذين أوتوا العلم درجات. If it happens that there is crowdedness, no much spaces, at least create a spaces for yourself. Create a space for your brother so that he can sit. But there is no much spaces. At least you, the brother, just look for another place and sit comfortably. You shouldn't interrupt anyone. And you shouldn't be able to cross someone. Like two of these, they are sitting like that. You shouldn't cross them like this, just pass by. Even in the, like so, we used to do that. You just came in when someone might be up to the last row, but you want to just cross them, just pass to the front. So who asked you to do that? This is not the teaching of our holy prophets. If it is in Jum'ah, according to some hadith, we don't have that Jum'ah. Yes, if it is a Jum'ah. So where you have the space, just sit where you have the space, observe your prayer. If we raise up, so along the way of what? Arranging the song, so you can pass by. You can just come in. But you sitting like that. You just came in. If you want the front song, why can't you come as early as possible? This is not the rightful way. So at least you shouldn't be crossing someone. Along the way, you might be beating someone off. So this is not the rightful way of doing it. So at least need to be what? Acting towards our holy prophet teaching. So that we can be safe, we can be sound. Then وَأَكَثَرَ جُلُوسُهُ إِلَى الْقِبْلَةِ. This time we said he used to sit anywhere. But most of his sitting, he used to sit while what? Facing Qibla. He used to sit, even if you want to sit, wherever you are sitting, at least be able to what? Look towards Qibla. This is the rightful teaching. This is the rightful teaching of our holy prophet. Then وَيُكْرِمُ كُلِّ دَاخِلٍ عَلَيْهِ وَيُؤْثِرُهُ بِالْبِسَاطَةِ وَيُؤْثِرُهُ بِالْبِسَاطِ وَالْوِسَادَةِ وَيُعْطِيهُ نَصِيبُهُ بِالْبِشَاشَةِ. Then whoever come to our holy prophets, what will happen? Then he will what? He will greet him. He will welcome him. This is the rightful way. This maybe is a friend just coming in. So whenever he's coming in, at least you need to what? Give him some recognition, irrespective of his situation. So this is like a person that is just coming from one village or one town just to see us here around. So at least you need to give him somewhat recognition. He will be able to know that yes, I'm just very much welcome here. Yes, I'm very comfort. Yes, they welcome me. So this is the rightful way. So besides that, our holy prophet will give him al-bisat, will spread what? One mat for him. Even if it happens that this is the mat that our holy prophet is sitting on it, he will stand up, he will give this mat to the person that is just coming in. He will give him this mat and wisada, the pillow. This is a sunnah. Before we used to see it like from our grandparents. Whenever they have a guest in their house, they will just bring up one pillow and give him so that he can sit. It's a sunnah. They will give him this wisada so that he can sit on this pillow. So this at least is what you need to do to your guests. This is what just a recognition. Then وَيُعْطِيهِ نَصِيبَهُ بِالْبِشَاشَةِ. Then he will give him his portion of food, drink, and whatever. And he will do it while he's what? Smiling. Now, if it happens that this is a like guest in your house, you will start to say, look at this guest, just coming late. Why can't he tell us in advance so that we can prepare for him? We just have little food to eat. So now you look at, no, we don't have much time to cook again. You will start to feel like, just like you are disappointed. No, towards what your guests. لا يؤمن من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فليكرم ضيفه. This is your ضيف. This is your guest. Try to welcome him and try to what? Put smile at his face. This is the rightful teaching of our Holy Prophet. So at least be able to put at least a smile in his face. You will give him his portion of food. You will give him his portion of drink and whatsoever. Not even that. What's happened to Ali bin Abi Talib? That's the essence of Almighty Allah mentioned in the Holy Quran. That is sabab, according to this book, Asbab al-Nuzul. The sabab nuzul هذه الآية. ويطعمون الطعام على حبه مسكينا ويتيما وأسيرا. What's happened? Ali bin Abi Talib today, he has sawm. He performs sawm, fasting, while it is the time of breaking his fast. Nana Fatima provided what? Just dinner for just breakfast. Some person just like miskin just come and ask, for the sake of Allah, help me with some food. Then Ali bin Abi Talib said to Nana Fatima, give him out this food. It is exactly the food that he's going to use for his breakfast. But it gives out. Then he repeats another sum again tomorrow. While they are about to have their breakfast, another day, Al-Yatim just came in. The orphan asked, oh, for the sake of Allah, help me with some food. Then Ali bin Abi Talib said, give it to him. The next day, 3 days, like that. Then Almighty Allah sent down this ayah. وَيَطْعِمُونَ الطَّعَامَ عَلَى حُبِّهِ مِسْكِينًا وَيَتِيمًا وَأَسِيرًا. What's happened to what? To the Sahaba, Al-Ansar. وَالَّذِينَ تَبَوَّأُوا الدَّارَ وَالْإِيمَانَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ يُحِبُّونَ مَنْ هَاجَرَ إِلَيْهِمْ وَلَا يَجِدُونَ فِي صُدُورِهِمْ حَاجَةً مِمَّا أُوتُوا. Then Almighty Allah said, وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ. They really need it, but they give it out. But you give out while just your heart, your mind is feeling like it's not at ease. I'm much disappointed. They just get away with my food. How can I manage my food? I can't bear this. Why are you doing that? Just in a matter of time. Remember, it is Almighty Allah that give you this. Then it is the one that will give you another one again. You are not the one that have it by your way, by your own way. So that's the teaching of our Holy Prophet. When you can meet a Sahaba. Our Holy Prophet used to give what? Names to his Sahaba. Al-Kunya. So he used to give it. Abu Huraira. Abdullah. Nana Aisha. Despite Nana Aisha never give birth to any child. But he has what? Al-Kunya with the brother of her sister. Abdullah. So Abdullah. That's Nana Aisha alayhi salam. Abu Huraira. Abu Bakrin. So many of them. Al-Kunya. Kinaya. Al-Kinaya. Takanni. Despite there is what we call tafa'uli. Tafa'ul. What is that tafa'ul? Just like naming a boy with a particular what? Daraja. So that boy can grow up with that daraja. I can name this boy Sakhiyu. So he might grow up, he will be giving what? Donation. So much. Sakhiyu. He used to give much. We have Zulyadain. He used to give out. Zulyadain, he have long hands. Due to the fact that in some riwayat, he used to give more. To give out more. To give out more. According to some riwayat. But according to some, they said just he has long hands. So this, they are all what? Al-Kinaya, Al-Kunya. So our Holy Prophet used to have this Kinaya to his what? To his Sahaba. Then وَكَانَ عَبَى النَّاسُ غَضَبًا. He's the far most in terms of angry compared to all living creatures. Before you see our Holy Prophet getting angry to anyone or anything, this is much longer time. He don't used to be angry. Then وَأَسْرَأَهُ مُرِيدًا. And he's the one that is much welcome to agree with you beside anyone. Whenever you came down to a Holy Prophet and say, oh Holy Prophet, just I'm going this time, I don't have much to do, so problem, so. Even if you are saying lies, he will agree with you. Even if you are saying lies, he will agree with you. Today you came, he will agree. Next today, he will agree with you. Next today, he will agree with you as well. So all this, what is happening? So at least be able to, despite there is hadith that according to Bukhari or Muslim, that said, At least there is group of people. You need to be what? The one that have angry. Your angry is much far, and your what? Your agreeing, must be at least what? Far. There is one that will be much angrier, and he used to what? To just forgive and forget at once. There is no that they are much having distance in their forgetfulness and forgiveness, but they don't use to what? To agree with someone just as simple as that. So there is some group of people that's tabaqat. Each and everyone has his own mind and his own way of living and his own way that Almighty Allah created him. But at least we need to improvise. At least we need to adjust. Then wakafana arafun nas bin nas wa anfa'an nas bin nas. He used to be arafun nas bin nas. He's the one that look for an easy way to his Sahaba. And Aisha mentioned one hadith. إن كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يدعو الأمل وهو يحب أن يعمل خشية أن يعمل به الناس فيفرض إليه. He really wanted to act on a particular deed, but he don't want to act it so that maybe tomorrow Almighty Allah might reveal an ayah saying that this deed is now compulsory upon your Sahaba. So he don't want that, but definitely even if he want to do the work, he will avoid it, he will just leave it. He don't want his people to be so much stressed in terms of deal. He would like to avoid it. That's what happened to Tahajjud. Tahajjud, the first day, he just went down to the Masjid. He performed Tahajjud. The next day, some Sahaba came with him. The next day, so many group of Sahaba just came, but he didn't come out during the day. What happened later on, he explained. Maybe next tomorrow you might have an ayah just revealed that Tahajjud is necessary upon each and every person. But always our Holy Prophet used to have an easy way for our own living. This is our Holy Prophet. Look at how he is so much merciful towards his ummah. Then nas bin nas. He is the most advantageous and important towards humankind. Do we have anyone that bring us good as the way our Holy Prophet just bring down the best to us? We don't have. We can't even compare anyone with him. Then وَعَمِلَ مَعَهُمْ بِيَدِهِ فِيهَا فَرِخَانَ. But despite all those his greatness, his anything, we can't just call. We can't even account them. We can't even count them down. But despite all this, he worked together with his Sahaba. When they travel from Mecca to Medina, he traveled with his Sahaba, especially Abu Bakr Siddiq, according to the ayah. Then, before their arrival, they passed by the Ma'abad, the Saqifa of Ma'abad along the way. They just sat with her, interact with Abu Ma'abad and Ma'abad, with their son Ma'abad, during the time that they accepted Islam. Besides that, he just went again up to the Medina. During the time that he sat down in the house of Abu Ayyub al-Ansari, this one they have blood relationship with Abu Ayyub al-Ansari. They have the blood relationship with Abu Ayyub al-Ansari, but in the house of Abu Ayyub al-Ansari is the house of stair. There is ground floor and there is upstairs, first floor. Our Holy Prophet is staying where? Upstairs, no, downstairs. Abu Ayyub al-Ansari is staying upstairs. What's happened next? It's not the building of our Holy Prophet's house. Despite what? Building the masjid. The masjid of our Holy Prophet. Then he worked together with his Sahaba while doing that. Remember, since before that, what's happened in Makkah? We have Harbul Hijab, we have Hijab Fudul. During the time of Harbul Hijab, he just be like a mediator among the Quraysh. Even before he was just sent down as a messenger of Allah while he's somewhere like 30, 35, 37 years by age. He did that. Then there is Harbul Hijab that gives the food. So besides that, there's the problem that's happened to the Kaaba. But he interacted with them while building up the Kaaba again. Look at how he's intervening in the work. But now our leaders, are they really intervening in each and every work like this? They are much far beyond that. They see themselves like, how can I be taking part in this work? But he take part in it. It was built again with him as well. And in Medina, the same thing happened. While building the masjid, they built it together with the Holy Prophet. He used to have blocks and bricks with his own hands. While when it comes down to the issue of building the Hafar, the just river that is just surrounding the town of Medina during the battle of Khandaq. What's happened? He is part of them while digging. Even the time there's one hadith reported by Imam Bukhari, while they have been digging, they just come down to one rock, very hard, ingenious rock. They can't be able to push it down. They tell it, they just reported to the Holy Prophet. Now we can't be able to get rid of this stone. He just have the tool. So he just push it once, just he's done with it. That's what happened during the time. He's what? While he's praying, he's saying this. Allahumma la aish al-akhirah, faghfir lil ansar wal muhajir. Look at how he's intervening each and every work of the Sahaba. Are we doing the same way? Now you always feel that, yes, I pay for the work. Why should I bother myself? No, this is not the right way. At least come and accompany them. Even if not participating, come and keep them company. Just come and bring them water. Maybe your laborer is upward or upstairs there. Maybe you can just bring water. Just use this, drink this. This is something taking part in it. But you as a leader, you just sit down there, just looking down at them. Just finish up and give you your money. You might even be shouting on them. Now you are not doing the right deeds. This is not the teaching. This is not the Sunnah teaching. Then, وَإِذَا قَامَ مِنْ مَجْلِسِ, our Holy Prophet used to say, when he just raised up from his sitting place, whenever he stand up from this, he want to work out, just want to leave this place, he used to say what? This dua. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha wa ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. This is called kafarat al-majlis. Kafarat al-majlis. According to the hadith, whenever you are about to just stand up from your sitting place, you read out this dua, each and every sin that you committed in this place will be forgiven. But remember, this is our book before Ramadan, Al-Kabair. In tajtanibu kabair ma tunhauna anhu nukaffiru ankum sayyi'atikum. You can't go and have your beer, your alcohol, just come down to sit in this place. After that, you say, Subhanakallah, you expect that this alcohol and beer that you just drink, this kafara will get rid of that. You can't expect that. You can't go and do something like zina, adultery. You can't do this. All this kabair. And you can't abuse someone or just like cheat someone, and you expect that doing that will what? Will help you to just being clear from your sin. No, not that type. Not the essence of this. No, the small sin will be forgiven definitely, but the bigger sin will remain there. At least you need to avoid that. You need to repent towards Almighty Allah, then you will be forgiven by that. Despite that, even that, if it's happened that it is between you and Almighty Allah. But if it is between you and your brother, Almighty Allah can clear this out. Unless you just come down to your friend and ask for his forgiveness. How can I just come and cheat you, just and snatch your money and say, Allahumma ghafirli. Then you will be clear with that. We must be doing that. Or just come and have your rupees, just come and pray. Then I will pray. Then my sin will be over. No. At least I need to give back what I just took out from you. So this is exactly what is it. Then, وَكَانَتْ عَيْنَيْهِ كَثِيرَةُ الدُّمُوعِ. The eyes of our holy prophets used to shed tears much. Even there is one hadith. Towards the end of this hadith, it's saying, Ya Ummatu Muhammad, لَوْ تَعَلَمُونَ مَا أَعْلَمُ لَضَحِكْتُمْ قَلِيلًا وَلَبَكَيْتُمْ كَثِيرًا. Oh, you, the people of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if to say that you know what I knew, definitely you will what? You will cry much. Then you will laugh less. You don't know anything pertaining what Almighty Allah reserved for His slaves in the day of judgment. But for say you know just a little portion of it, you must be crying up to the day of judgment. You will never laugh again. Then his eyes used to shed tears much. This is what we call Bukaul Khashin. In that hadith reported by Imam Bukhari or Muslim, they said, Sab'atun yudhilluhum Allahu fi dhillihi yawma la dhilla illa dhillah, out of which he mentioned, وَرَجُلٍ ذَكَرَ اللَّهُ خَالِيًا فَفَاضَتْ عَيْنَاهُ. The person that while remembrance of Almighty Allah, he just shed tears. Despite that he don't know in the day of judgment, am I going to the hellfire or am I going to the paradise? Despite that you shed tears, then our Holy Prophet said, Almighty Allah will forgive you in the day of judgment. You will be under the shade of Almighty Allah in that day. May Almighty Allah make us to be among that. Then, thus his eye used to shed tears much. That's our holy prophet. Tears. The Bukha'ul Khashir. Then Wadahikahu Tabassum. Our holy prophet don't used to laugh. There is no laughing in our holy prophet. The laughing is the act of disgrace. He don't used to laugh, but he smiled. In one hadith, our holy prophet mentioned that you shouldn't have much laughing. That much laughing will kill down your heart. You will kill down your mind. You will have much iman in your heart, in your mind. But always our holy prophet used to smile. But not laughing. You are laughing up to the extent that even this your epiglottis can be located, can be seen. I can see your epiglottis while laughing. You can be shedding tears while laughing. You can be falling down while laughing. This laugh is not the laughing that is in the act of Islam. At least we should be able to avoid such kind of laughing. It's not part of our Islamic teaching. Then walai akulu ta'amul haram. Our holy prophet then used to eat the hot food. This is not sunnah. If you are given a very hot food, you shouldn't eat it this way. Why? وَيَقُولُ our holy prophet is saying, إِنَّهُ غَيْرَ ذِي بَرَكَةٍ. إِنَّهُ غَيْرَ ذِي بَرَكَةٍ. This, your ta'am that is very hot, it doesn't have much what blessing and barakah in it. Don't eat this way. Hadith reported, one hadith of Anas reported by Imam Bukhari as well, is saying what? بَرِّدُوا طَعَامُكُمْ يُبَارِكُمْ بِهِ. Just cool down your food. Then Almighty Allah will bless your food. Just cool it down. You are just eating. Whenever you take someone, if it passed down, yes, your mouth maybe can accommodate. Your throat can accommodate. Your esophagus can accommodate. The moment it enters into your stomach, due to your burning inside, you might end up standing off. You are feeling it in your stomach. Why are you killing yourself? In Islam, even to cheat yourself, it's not allowed. You really know that this thing will cheat you when you do it. Definitely, if you did it, you are committing something bad. This is sin towards you. So our holy prophet mentioned that you shouldn't eat, you shouldn't take in food that is very hot. No, at least allow it to cool down. But you can ask that, yes, there is type of food that at least we are just taking them like that as they have their hotness. Like the tea. Yes, you can take the tea while it is hot, but there is a level of acceptance. Even in tea. Even in your mouth, even in your mouth, there's a level of tolerance. That's your mouth, beyond that tolerance level, your mouth can't accommodate it. It might burn your mouth down. So at least be able to cool it down in such a way that you can have comfort, you can have comfortability in terms of taking it in. إِنَّهُ غَيْرَ ذِي بَرَكَةٍ. Then يَأْكُلُ مِمَّا يَلِيهِ. He used to eat what is in front of him. The sunnah of our holy prophets. One of the Sahaba just came down to the holy prophet and said, "Oh, Ya Rasulullah, I used to eat, but I didn't used to feel satisfied. Oh, Ya Rasulullah, what can I do? I always used to eat, but I didn't used to have the satisfaction." Then the holy prophet mentioned to him that maybe you used to eat you alone. Do you want proper satisfaction? Just eat with what? With people. Eat with the group of people. Just come together with the people. Just eat together. This is very good act. At least you will have satisfaction. So remember, if you are eating together with the group of people, so eat from your what? Your side. Don't eat from somebody's side. Maybe you might have located so many meats, so many snow, so many buffalo or whatever, maybe at the side of someone, you might target this meat there. No, this is not the teaching of the Sunnah. This is not the teaching of our holy prophets. Just eat from your what? Your fronts. You shouldn't go beyond that. That's the Sunnah. Not only while you are eating with group of people, even you alone. If you are eating you alone your food, be able to start from what? From your function. Don't be going there and there and there. This is the wasaya of one of his what? Sahaba. This hadith is also muttafaqun, reported by Imam Bukhari or Muslim, saying that what? Ya gulam, sammallah. Wa kul bi yaminik, wa kul mimma yalik. Oh boy. Just remember, always call the name of Allah while at the beginning of your eating. Then eat from your what? From your function. Then then it was your what? Right hand. You shouldn't use your left hand. Nowadays, look at where we are turning. Now we are into like new world, new era. So in this your table plates, so you will be bringing two knives, two forks, two spoon. So while eating, you will be doing something like this and this and this and this and this. This is haram. This is not accepted in Islam. Use only the rightful hand. Even if you are eating at the same time drinking, use your right hand with what? To eat maybe your bread. Then the same right hand use it for your what? For your tea. Don't use what? Your left hand to take tea again. This is not the teaching of the Sunnah. Then لا تأكلوا بالشمال فإن الشيطان يأكل بالشمال. Unless if you are the brother of Shaitan. You shouldn't use your right and left hand while eating or drinking or whatever. So at least always use what? Use your right hand. Then وَأَحَبُّ إِلَيْهِ مِنَ الطَّعَامِ اللَّحْمِ. Our Holy Prophet liked the meat most in his food. Yes, he likes meat. Meat is sunnah of our Holy Prophet. Meat is of different types. It's of different kinds. We have so many hadith according to the Kitab al-Ta'am. Like we have Imam Bukhari, Imam Bukhari. So many kitabs. They come down with what? With the kitab of or something that has to do with what? With Ta'am. So there is group of birds. There is group of meat. That is what? Is the teaching, is the sunnah of our Holy Prophet they used to have. So out of which وَيُحِبُّ الْقَرَأَ. Even in the meat, he likes most what? Al-Qara'a. That what? The back leg of an animal. The front leg of an animal. That's al-qara. In Hausa we call it karafata. So this is al-qara, the foreleg of an animal. That is the most likely place by our Holy Prophet. Then وَيَغْضَبُ لِرَبِّهِ وَلَا يَغْضَبُ لِنَفْسِهِ. Our Holy Prophet never be angry to anyone. When you what? You disappoint, you did something wrong towards him, he will just forgive you and forget. But whenever it comes down to the issue of Almighty Allah, you just cross a boundary. So then our Holy Prophet will be angry at you. Look at the closeness of Ka'ab bin Malik, Murara, and Hilal bin Umayyah, three of the companions. Due to the fact that they failed to attend what? The Battle of Tabuk. Despite they attended the Battle of Badr. Please remember, the Battle of Badr, whoever attended the battle, 313, according to some riwayah 317, according to some riwayah 318, they attended the battle. All of them, they were forgiven by Almighty Allah and they will enter into the Jannah in the day of judgment, definitely. But despite that, Ka'ab, Murara, and Hilal bin Umayyah, three of them, they failed to attend the Tabuk. But despite that, Almighty Allah just said that those group of people, they should be neglected by all companions unless Almighty Allah gives another revelation. So they were abandoned for the days of 40, 50 days without any one of the Sahaba talking to them. They have been having hard time in their own minds. Then later on, Almighty Allah just revealed the ayah. وَعَلَى ثَلَاثَةِ الَّذِينَ خُلِّفُوا حَتَّى إِذَا ضَاقَتْ عَلَيْهِمُ up to the point that Almighty Allah can let them out. But per se, it is they just have wrong way towards our Holy Prophet, he will definitely forgive them. But this is in the way of Almighty Allah. So whenever you committed anything problematic towards Almighty Allah's path, our Holy Prophet will never forgive for that. Will never forgive this. Then وَيَأْكُلُ مَا خَضَرَ وَلَا يَتَوَرَ عَنْ مَطْعَمٍ حَلَالٍ. Then our Holy Prophet is eating from what you bring it down to him. Now maybe you might be expecting that I don't want to, if I just visited this guy, he always used to bring chapati to me. Why should I always be bringing chapati to me? At least I need more than chapati. No, you shouldn't abuse food. You shouldn't say bad words. No, just take what you can be able to take. Just leave the others to him. At least you will feel at ease that yes, this person is what welcoming what I'm giving to him. So this is our Holy Prophet teaching. So at least whenever give or bring something to you, so our Holy Prophet, they used what? They used to neglect it. At least you will what? You will eat from that. No matter how small it is, you will eat. Then whatever is what is halal, is rightful food, you will eat from that. You will eat from that. Then ya'kul al-dajaj. Our Holy Prophet used to eat from the chicken. You can say chicken or no chicken. You can use to eat from chicken meats. This is sunnah of our Holy Prophet. Then what together with the birds that used to be hunting. There is those group of birds that they are wild birds. Birds that are wild. So all those that are rightful in Sharia. So all these that can be hunted down. So our Holy Prophet is used to eat from their meats. This is his sunnah. Then we hibbu duba. Our Holy Prophet liked the most at duba, that the pumpkin. Pumpkin, we know pumpkin. That's something like watermelon. Pumpkin, we used to put it in our like soup or whatever. Pumpkin. So this is something very likeful to our Holy Prophet. Use that must in his food. Pumpkin. Then we made mention that he used to eat food. He then used to avoid some food, but there is some food that he then used to want to eat from them. Out of which he then used to eat from the garlic. Garlic. Even in hadith, there is mentioned that whoever took this garlic, he shouldn't attend to the masjid. He shouldn't attend to the masjid. At least stay away from the masjid unless there is no other smelling of this garlic in your mouth. Then you can attend to the masjid. You shouldn't come down here while cheating your brothers in the masjid. Not only your brothers, even the malak, the angels. A Holy Prophet that even the angels is getting something cheatable towards them while you eat this garlic. Beside garlic, we have al-basal, that's the onion. At least whoever took this onion to avoid our masjid, al-qurat. This is another one, al-qurat. 3 of them, but usually this qurat we don't have, I don't know this location, but usually in some locations they don't have this qurat, but usually in Asian countries, they have this qurat. Then, he then used to abuse food. If you bring this good food to him, he will eat it. If this is a bad, to you it is a bad, but to him it is a good. He will eat it. No matter how good or bad this food is, at least he will be able to taste to eat from that. Then wakanatahu kas'a. He used to have kas'a, that's the bowl. Very big container. That's al-kas'a. He used to have what? Al-kas'a. This big Big bowl. Why? It is not for his own house. It is not for his own family, but it is for his guests. Whenever guests come, so this is a bowl that each and every food of this guest is being placed in. This bowl is not meant for his family. No one of his family that is going close to this kas'a. Whenever you see someone close to this kas'a, it will be given to us towards the guests. It is not meant for his home. Even in one hadith, he mentioned that in each and everything there is zakat. So the cattle, the zakat of your house is nothing rather what? The room for your guests. Room for your guests. This is your house. So the room of your guests, that's the zakat of your house. So at least in your house, you need to have the room for your guests. So this is sunnah as well. Then this bowl, it is a very big one. To the extent that it is 4 people that is getting it up. People that is 4 people that are taking it. وَكَانَتْ لَهُ مِرْآتُ. The sunnah of our Holy Prophet, he used to have a mirror. He used to have mirror. So whenever he used to see his face, he used to adjust, so at least he would use his mirror. So see mirror towards mirror and using mirror, this is a part of sunnah. And remember, there is a dua, authentic dua from our Holy Prophet, that even while you are sighting, you are looking at the mirror, you need to say this dua. Allahumma kama ahsana khaliqi ahsinu khuluqi. This is a dua. At least if you are watching at a mirror, you need to say this dua. This is sunnah as well. Then when Mishudu, you used to have al-mishr. That's the kum. Mishudu. That's what's kum, not al-mikra, that's the kum. Al-mishudu, there is kum, is like the one with smaller fingers. Was the mishnu, the one with longer one. Like, if we have like in terms of those that are having so much hairy head like this Asian, so they are using something like for females, the one with longer fingers. So we call it mataji in like other matter. So that's mishnu, the one with longer fingers. The type of kum that has longer fingers, while the al-mikra, the one with the smaller one, like the one we are using since we don't have much hair in our head. So that's al-mishnu, al-mikra, 2 of them. Then was work. Then our Holy Prophet has his own brush, his work. He used to brush his own mouth. And Aisha was asked that when our Holy Prophet just entered his house, what is the first thing he used to do? And Aisha said he used to start with what? Aswak. Even if he woke up in the morning, the first thing to do is what? To just swak. While during his dying time, the last thing he acted upon is what? Aswak. That's what Aisha as well reported the hadith. This work collected from Abdullah bin Abdurrahman bin Abi Bakr just enter into the room of Nana Aisha. So our Holy Prophet just looked at him. Then Nana Aisha collects what? The swag from Abdurrahman bin Abi Bakr. Then she what? He inserted the what? The swag in her mouth. Then he what? He just give it to our Holy Prophet. Then he make what? Swag with it. That's the last act. So at least we need to be what? Brushing our mouth properly. Then walayatuna fasfil ina in shariba. Our Holy Prophet don't use to what? To make like to bring out, to exhale in his drinking bowl. This is not the sunnah. Even the sunnah of our Holy Prophet now like we are having this as something controversial. Now there is saying that this hadith you shouldn't what breathe. You shouldn't breathe in your drinking bowl. So we said okay, no problem. You will start to drink, holding your breath. Drink. Later on, you just go, then you will breathe at once. This is not the right way of doing it. This is not sunnah as well. The sunnah side, our Holy Prophet used to drink in salat and passing in 3 words, in 3 breathing. You will just start, then you will breathe again, then breathe, then again. That's fine. So at least you need to be going towards the sunnah of our Holy Prophet. So at least if you can make it at once, but you shouldn't fall down your breathing. At least be able to utilize the time, be able to be part of the sunnah of our Holy Prophet. So I think due to the time, now like this looks like the stopping point. So at least we need to stop here so that inshallah in our next meeting we'll start inshallah God willing. Next 2, 3, 4 meeting we'll be able to run off this book. God grace. The Almighty Allah bless us in this holy month of Ramadan. Whatever we are doing, may Almighty Allah make it to be. We are doing it for His own sake. May Almighty Allah avoid us from committing any riya, anything that will make our work to be not accepted by Almighty Allah. May Almighty Allah prevent and protect us from doing that. May Almighty Allah make us to be part of this that will be forgiven in this very holy month. May Almighty Allah accept our ibadat. May Almighty Allah grant us the Jannat al-Firdaus. So if there is question, can address. So inshallah, in the absence of question, we can. Akhlaqul wal kunya. Akhlaqul, that's your real name. That's laqab. The name that you were well known by this laqab, usually the one that's our Holy Prophet in the hadith of Abdurrahman bin Abu Bakr said that actually the hadith is saying, at least you as a father, give a good name towards your son, so that this your son can be proud of this name you given to him. That's al-laqab. Then by doing that, in the day of judgment, you'll be calling upon by that name. Then in that hadith, our Holy Prophet mentioned some names, out of which he mentioned Abdurrahman. He mentioned Abdurrahman. He mentioned, I can't actually recall the hadith, but he mentioned some names. Then he mentioned again some bad names. Despite that, we are naming some of our like sons and brothers with that kind of names. But you said that at least you should avoid certain kind of names. This is al-laqab. This al-kunya, this is something that's given to you, this kinaya. Just like to cover up that one, maybe instead of using that one, I can use this one. Maybe this is ma'arifa. Like as I said before, there is this tafa'ul. Maybe it might be al-tafa'ul. So it depends on the situation. So, wabillahi tawfiq, Allah ta'ala. اللهم اعصنا عاقبتنا في الامور كلها واجعلنا من خزي الدنيا وعذاب الاخره. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيما توليت وباركنا فيما قضيت وقنا واصرف عنا برحمتك شر ما قضيت انك تقدر ولا عليك انه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عليك تبارك ربنا وتعالى. لك الحمد يا الله ولا ما قضيت ولك الشكر يا الله ولا ما علمت به واوليت. نستغفرك ونتوب اليك. نستغفرك اللهم من كل ذنب وخطيئه ونتوب اليك ونؤمن بك ونتوكل عليك. انت الغني ونحن الفقراء اليك. انت القوي ونحن الضعفاء اليك. اللهم يا واسع الجود قدنا وصلنا اليك. اللهم هب لنا منك عملا صالحا يقربنا اليك برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم ربنا لا تغفر قومنا حذرا الا غفرته ولا حما الا فرجته ولا كربا الا نقصته ولا مجدا الا شفيته ولا مبتلا الا عافيته ولا دين الا قضيته ولا ميتا الا رحمته ولا حائزا من حوائج الدنيا والاخره اليك رضا ولنا فيها صلاح الا انت هذا قضائها ويسترقها برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم قسم لنا من خشيتك ما تكون به بيننا وبين معصيتك ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك ومن اليقين ما تحول به علينا مصائب الدنيا. اللهم متعنا اللهم باسمائنا واسمائنا وقوتنا ابدا ما احييتنا واجعل الوارث منا واجعل ثارنا على من ظلمنا وانصرنا على من عادانا ولا تجعل الدنيا اكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا ولا تسلط علينا من لا يخافك ربنا ولا يرحمنا برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم برحمتك امنا وقنا شر ما اهمنا وعلى الايمان الكامل بالكتاب والسنه توفنا برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما صليت ورحمت وباركت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم انك حميد مجيد وبارك على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما باركت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم في العالمين انك حميد مجيد. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك اشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك.